All right, so let's start at the top with those standing Arnold press. So holding those dumbbells at our shoulder height, making sure our palms are facing our bodies. And then from there, we're pushing them overheads and opening our hands up at the top. So we're switching our grip 180 degrees as we push upwards and come back down again. Good job. Remember to move nice and slow and controlled here. Try to keep your shoulders nice and down. And let's do 2 more reps together. And 1 more. Good job. Now we're going to move into our air squats. So putting those dumbbells to the side. And we're starting with our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes are pointed outwards. We're sitting down, making sure to keep our chest up nice and tall. And remember, if an air squat is a bit too challenging, then we can always do those sit to stands. And once we feel the chair under us, we stand back up again. Good job. And let's do 3 more together. Good work. Now we're going to grab one of our dumbbells and get into those wood choppers. So taking that dumbbell from our opposite shoulder to our opposite hip joint, pretending that we're chopping wood with an axe. Remember, as you do this, I really want you to engage your core muscles here. Good job. Let's do 4 more together. Good work. Now we're going to get into those side steps for 30 seconds here. And if you're comfortable with it, instead of those side steps, you can do those big skater steps. And if you're doing side steps, I want you to make sure that your feet come off the ground with every step. You're not shuffling across the floor, you're stepping. And 5 seconds left. Good job. Now we're going to move through that a couple more times. So let's start back up at the top with those Arnold presses. You guys stay standing. So we're starting with palms facing our face as we push up. Our hands rotate 180 degrees, and at the top, our palms are facing outwards. And then repeating that throughout the movement. Remember to make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed here. Good job. Let's do 2 more reps together. Good work. Now we're going to get back into those air squats. So feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes are pointed outwards. We're sitting down, making sure our knees go over our toes and standing back up, making sure to keep that chest up nice and tall. Good job. Let's do 3 more together. Good work. Now we're going to grab one of our dumbbells and do those wood choppers again. So taking that dumbbell from our opposite shoulder to our opposite hip, making sure to switch sides with each rep. Remember to really engage your core muscles here. Good job. Let's do 4 more together. Good work. Now we're going to get into those skaters or side steps again. Remember, if you're doing those side steps, to pick up your entire foot off the ground with each step. Or we're doing those skaters, whichever we're more comfortable with today. And we got 10 more seconds left of these skaters or side steps. And good job. Now we're going to move into round 2. So new set of movements here. We're starting with that upright row. So feet are under our hips. We're pulling those dumbbells up to our collarbones, leading with our elbows here. Good job. And so remember, as you pull those dumbbells up, I want you to keep them nice and tight to your body too. Good work. Let's do 3 more together. Good job. Now we're going to transition into our deadlifts. So keeping our feet under our hips, weights are out in front of our legs, and we're hinging at the hips, bringing those weights down to mid shin. Then once we're here, keeping our back flat and pulling back up again, making sure to squeeze our bum at the top. So again, most important thing is to try to keep our back as nice and straight and flat as we can. Good work, you guys. Good job. Let's do 4 more together. Good job. Now we're going to transition into those single leg balances. So starting on whichever leg you want. And we're just balancing on that one leg. And remember, you can hold on to something for support if you need. We've got 10 seconds left before we switch sides. And switch to your other leg now. 10 seconds left. And good job. Now we're going to get into those jumping jacks. So doing this for another 30 seconds here. Remember, if those jumping jacks are a bit hard on your joints, then we can take those quick side steps with our arms involved. So really trying to get our heart rate up here with this one. Five more seconds left. Good job. Now we're grabbing our dumbbells again and getting back into those upright rows. So starting with those dumbbells at our hips, we're pulling them up to our collarbone, making sure to lead with our elbows. Good work. Remember to try to keep your shoulders nice and down and relaxed here. Make sure you move through this nice and slow and controlled. Good job. Let's do 4 more together. One more. Good work. Now keeping those dumbbells in hand, we're going to transition into those deadlifts. So hinging at the hips to bring those dumbbells down to our mid shin, making sure to keep our back flat here, pulling back up, keeping those dumbbells tight to our legs and squeezing our bum at the top. Good job, everybody. And let's do 4 more. And 1 more. Good work. Now putting those dumbbells to the side, and we're going to transition into that single leg balance. So starting in 3, 2, 1. Good job. This time, let's see if we can get 45 seconds on one leg and then 45 on the other. And we've got 10 seconds left before we switch to our other leg. And 3, 2, 1, switch to that other leg now. We're about halfway through. And 15 seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're getting back into those jumping jacks now for another 30 seconds here. And remember, we can also do those side steps and getting our arms involved as well instead, if those jumping jacks are a little too high impact for us. And we got 10 seconds left. Good job. Now we're moving into round 3. So grabbing those dumbbells And we're starting this round with those bicep curls to a shoulder press. Remember, moving nice and slow and controlled here. Trying to keep our shoulders nice and down and relaxed. You can also do whatever grip you like for this one. So if you want to have your palms supinated or palms facing upwards, or you can have your hands facing one another like a hammer curl, or you can be somewhere in the middle at a 45-degree angle, whatever works best for you. Good job. Let's do 3 more together. And 1 more. Good work. Now we're going to get into those lunges. So putting our dumbbells to the side. Remember, with lunges, starting with our feet directly under our hips, taking that big step backwards, bringing that knee to the floor or as low as we can, then standing back up again, making sure to meet with both of our feet at the top. And remember, if you can't bring your foot or your knee all the way down to the ground, just lowering it as low as you can and then standing back up again. And just like those squats, we're trying to keep our chest nice and upright here. So you don't want to cave onto your knee here. You want to stay nice and upright. Good job. Let's do 4 more. Nice work. Now we're grabbing one of our dumbbells and we're doing those side crunches here. So bending towards that dumbbell in our hand and then pulling up and through. And remember, when we bend, we're trying to stay in a nice straight line like we're stuck between 2 planes of glass. Good job. Now let's switch sides. So holding that dumbbell in our other hand is on our hip here. We're bending toward that dumbbell and pulling up and through. And so really make sure you're engaging your core here. Good work. Now we're going to get into that jump rope. And if jumping is a bit too hard on your joints here, then we're going to do those standing heel raises. So let's try to do this one for 45 seconds this time instead of that 30. And remember, if you're doing those heel raises and your body weight is a bit much, you can always sit down into a chair and do heel raises from there to try to take off some of that weight. We got 10 seconds left. And good job. Now we're going to go through that round again. So starting back up with our bicep curls to a shoulder press. So curling those dumbbells up to our shoulders and pressing overhead. Remember to take whatever grip works best for you. Trying to keep our shoulders nice and down and relaxed here. And let's do 2 more together. And last one, good job. Now we're gonna move back into those lunges again. Remember, starting with our feet directly under our hips, like our feet are on train tracks. Taking that big step back, bringing our knee low or down to the floor if we're able to, standing back up again, making sure to push through that top heel to bring that leg back out in front. Good job. Remember as well, trying to keep that chest nice and upright here. Good work, everybody. Let's do 6 more. Good job. Now we're gonna move into those standing side crunches again. So grabbing our 1 dumbbell, holding it at our hip here on the outside, bending towards that dumbbell, and then pulling back up and through. And so remember, we're not bending forward or backwards. We're trying to bend right in line with our body. And let's do 3 more on this side. Good job. Now we're going to switch and hold that dumbbell in our other hand and repeat the same movement, but on that opposite side. And let's do 3 more. Good job. Now we're moving back into that skipping for another 45 seconds. So either pretending to skip on the spot or doing those standing heel raises, or another option too would be those seated heel raises. And remember, as you do those heel raises, you can always hold on to something for support for your balance. Or doing those little jump rope hops on the spot. And we've got 15 seconds left. And good job. Now we're going to move into our 4th and final round. So starting with those lateral leg lifts. So remember, holding on to something for support here if you need. And I'll let you know when we'll switch sides. And switch sides now. And one more. Good job. Now we're going to get into our plank. So we're going to try to hold this plank for 45 seconds. So I'll give everybody a second to find their position here. So starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. So remember to keep breathing as you do your plank, whether that's on the floor or up on the wall or on a countertop. Good job. We've got 15 seconds left. And 5, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now we're standing back up again to get into some of those high knees or those standing marches. And so either taking those high knees or those standing marches here, lifting those knees as high as you can into the air. And remember, you can hold on to something for support here if you need while you're doing these. Good job. Let's do 4 more. Good work. Now we're going to do our seated flutter kicks. So take a chair nearby, and we're going to extend our legs outwards, and we're just flutter kicking here. And we're doing this one for 30 seconds. So try to keep those legs as straight as you can. We're halfway through. Really making sure you're engaging your core here. And 5 seconds left. And good job. Now we're starting to go through that round for one last time, and then we're finished our workout. So starting with those lateral leg lifts. And let's do 3 more together. Good job. Now switching onto our other leg and lifting that opposite leg out to the side. And 3 more here. Good job. Now we're getting into our plank for one last time. So taking whatever position works best for you. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. And starting in that plank position here. This time, let's see if we can get a whole minute. And we're halfway through our minute now, so just 30 seconds left to go. Make sure you're not pushing your bum into the air. Really trying to engage those core muscles. Remember to breathe. And we've got 10 seconds left. And good job getting up out of that plank to get into those high knees or those standing marches. If you want, you could do some alternating knee to elbows to change it up. Good job. Let's do 4 more. Good work. Now we're taking our seat again to finish it off with those seated flutter kicks, and let's see if we can do 45 seconds this time. So starting with our flutter kicks now. Remember, trying to keep those legs as straight as we can. Really make sure to engage your core muscles here. And we've got 15 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. And good job, everybody. That's our workout for today.